What's up, SAC fans? I'm your host, Brittany Olaf, and this is your SAC Weekly Roundup. I hope everyone had a great weekend and you're having an even better week. Let's jump right into some news from around the conference. First up, we would like to say congrats to Danny Nicosia on being named the Assistant AD for Digital and Creative Media at Lenoir-Rhyne. I'm sure she will do amazing work for them. Congratulations to our basketball players of the week. On the women's side, we had Tusculum's Maddie Sutton, and on the men's side, we had UVA Wise's senior guard Cameron Whiteside. You can check out their highlight videos on any of our socials and the releases. Queens field hockey player Victoria Tredennick was featured on the Division II Twitter account yesterday on her story of what COVID took from her and what it gave. You can read that full story linked on our Adobe Spark page. Be on the lookout for the Score Shots Team of the Week announcement, which will be starting back up tomorrow. And don't forget, we have multiple schools from around the conference who have launched shows and podcasts that are so fun to watch and listen to, so be sure to check those out when you get some free time. We had another great SAC Chat interview this week. I was so fortunate to sit down with Carson Newman, basketball alum and assistant women's basketball coach at the U.S. Naval Academy, Kevin Leatherwood. Check it out. What's up, SAC fans, and welcome back to another SAC Chat interview. I'm here with Carson Newman, basketball alum, Kevin Leatherwood, and current women's basketball assistant coach for the U.S. Naval Academy. Welcome to our show.
Thank you, Brittany, for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for taking the time to chat with me. So let's go ahead and dive right into the first question, which is you were recently hired this past June after serving as the Director of Basketball Operations at Georgia State University. Can you tell us a little bit about how that transition process from more of an admin role back to the coaching role has been for you?
It's actually been, it's been great. Just initial, it's great to be back on the floor. Obviously, I was in Division III on the floor at Hampden-Sydney College in Virginia. It's a Division III school in Virginia. I was there for a few years. Transitioned into the admin role, like you said. But transitioning back, it's been great in that I now have a deeper understanding, right, of everything admin life, budgets or just kind of planning, and also having an appreciation for getting 25 to 30 people to the same place at the same time, especially when you start talking about travel, buses, planes. It's been a good transition, but I'm just happy to be back on the floor and blessed to be working at the United States Naval Academy in this capacity. So it's crazy when you start thinking about where you are with your career and where you are coaching, and being able to be at a place like this where you are. These are the future leaders of America and of the world. It kind of puts it puts into perspective what you're doing. So it's been great though.
That's awesome. My dad was so excited when I told him I was doing an interview with you, because my dad was in the military. He was in the Army, so not.
Okay. Oh, I won't hold that against him.
I know. I was like, Dad, I'm talking to a Navy person. He's like, okay, I'll forgive you, but yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's when we first got hired, and I tell people all the time, when we first got hired, we were given a sheet of just kind of a list of what the graduating class was doing within the Navy. You have, pilots, Marine Corps, and it's, submarines, and it's, it really puts into perspective what these young people are doing and getting ready to do. Because in college, I had never thought about ever, flying a plane, and much less flying into combat and things of that nature, and protecting our nation and serving our country. I never thought about that. So my hat goes off to, obviously your dad and the service people around the world. and our kids as well, our young people as well. They're really selfless in what they're doing. So it's great.
Yeah, I 100% agree. These kids are amazing. I have some friends at West Point. I mean, their direction in life is just so awesome. So
we got to get you some friends in Annapolis, because Annapolis is. Have you ever been to Annapolis?
Yes, I came for the bowl game.
Okay.
Up there, so I was up there, and we actually lived in Leesburg, Virginia, for a while, so we were kind of close, to you guys. But
yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful place.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful. You walk out of our office, and right outside is the Chesapeake, and it's boats and water, and that's right where the sunrise is as well. So you're here early enough, you see the sunrise come over, and it's something I've never seen before. But I tell you, I don't want to leave. It's great.
I know, it must be nice. I kind of look out to some trees. I would show you, but I don't know. And everybody can have a view of the Chesapeake. That's awesome.
Yep.
So you guys kicked off your season very recently. And so I like to ask the majority of our coaches the same question too, is, how are your women coping with the ever-changing environment? And maybe just what is one goal you guys have set for yourselves this season?
I guess one goal, more or less for everybody, is just staying healthy. Obviously, pre-COVID, it's always been stay healthy, but it's stay healthy in, you don't want any ligaments and no, turn ankles, none of that stuff. But now it's really taken itself, and it's grown into, you don't want anybody to catch Corona and COVID-19, but still be able to play. So that's kind of a goal for us. Obviously wins and losses is, that's what you're judged off of. But, we want our kids to have fun and stay healthy. Our young ladies are extremely tough-minded. You naturally have to be tough-minded coming to a place like this, coming to United States Naval Academy. You naturally have to be tough-minded. But now when you start throwing in COVID, getting tested 3 times a week, sometimes every day, for a week. And then obviously wearing masks during practice and games and what have you. Staying 6 feet apart and all the other restrictions that we have. It can get mentally draining, and it can be physically draining. But our kids are doing great with it. Our strength coach, Kelsey Wolf, she's doing an amazing job with the kids, making sure that they're staying, physically fit as well as mentally fit. So our young ladies are doing an amazing job, and I can't ask for a better group.
Yeah, that's kind of the gist I get from all the coaches, is everybody's kind of staying strong, and it's been definitely a selfless season. And I like to say that this is like teaching a lot of young kids, this is what life's about. Like, you have to make sacrifices in life if you want to get to a certain goal. And I think it's like I say, COVID didn't get bad, but it's also taught us a lot in the long run. So
absolutely. No, it's taught us a lot, just like you said, being selfless and looking out for your neighbor. Right. And if we do our part, then the next person does their part. Right. And then, down the line, we can beat this. And I think that's just the foundation of what we're doing, and helping the next person. Right. And looking out for us. So, obviously nobody wants to be, quarantined in their house for, however many months we're on now. What is this month? Out of 6 or 7 or 8, whatever it is. So nobody wants to do that, but for the safety and the health of the American public, I think it's just great. Selfishly, my wife and I had our first child in February. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Literally right before everything shut down, we had our first child. So selfishly, it's been great for me because the time that I would be gone on road trips and what have you, I've been able to stay at the house and see my baby grow up. She's now 9 months old, and she's got a tooth and chewing on a lot of things. She bites extremely hard now, so no more fingers in her mouth because that hurts.
Yeah.
But it's been great. For me, selfishly, it's been great. So.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, there's so many good things that come out of it for everybody personally and just as a whole.
Yep.
Love
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. She's
Thank you.
Corona child.
She is. She is a Corona child. That she is. She has no idea.
Yeah, all these kids are gonna go and be like, yeah, I was born in the year of Corona. Like,
Yeah, she has.
Born in.
And she has no idea. Everything she's seen since we've been out the house, everybody's had a mask on. So people will walk up and say, "Oh, she doesn't know what I look like," and she doesn't know what anybody looks like. She just no mask. Masks are normal to her now.
Yeah.
So she's not nervous about it at all. So it's great though. It's funny.
So sweet. Well, okay, so you graduated from Carson Newman in 2014 with a business administration degree with a concentration in marketing. So was it always your goal to go down this basketball career path? Not that it's a bad thing. It's just
No. It to be honest with you, I, like many of my peers, I don't know about your peers, but my peers, I not a clue what I was going to do. I knew I got this degree and I was going to go into marketing. I didn't know what I was going to do exactly. And one thing led to another. And, I was blessed with a job at Hampton Sydney. And I guess it might've been my first recruiting trip to Myrtle Beach. It was one of those big, Myrtle is a big tournament. And I guess might have been my first day sitting there. And I was like, wow, this is what I'm doing. Like, this is what I want to do. And then, 1 year went by, 2 year, 3 year. Now I'm sitting in, and this is year 8. So it's been a blessing. And I can't ask for a better job. I get paid to watch basketball, teach basketball, and it's an absolute blessing. So I couldn't ask for a better job. I couldn't.
That's awesome. That's the same way I feel. I kind of graduated with, I did a little bit of digital media. That was my minor. And then I graduated with a sports management degree, which is so vast. You can do any sports management degree. So I'm the same way. I kind of got here and I was like, I learned everything. And then I was like, this is what I love. And I'm just so thankful that I got this opportunity.
Absolutely. Similar to your point, I just had so I went to Norfolk State University first.
Okay.
And I played football there for a year. And I was a poli-sci major because I was going to be a lawyer. And then I left there and I didn't want to do poli-sci anymore. So I said, I'm going to be exercise science. I wanted to be a strength coach. And I took one class at Carson Newman. It was, anatomy and physiology with Miss Baker. And it was an awful experience for me. I love the body. I love how the body works. I love the physiology of the body. I get all of that, but that professor was so hard. I mean, we had to know all of the bones, all of the names. There's little small divots in the bones. We had to know the names to the divots. She didn't give us a word bank, and I was done. I said, I can't do it. So I changed my major to business administration with a concentration in marketing. And then it was like, well, what are you going to do? And I was like, I guess I'll get into marketing. And then coaching came on, and I said, well, I don't have to do marketing anymore. So it's been good. But I mean, you kind of roll with the punches, and you just kind of keep going. And you'll figure out what you want to do, and as soon as you figure it out, it's no longer a job, right? It's no longer working. You wake up every morning and you enjoy coming to, I guess you call it work, but you enjoy coming into the office. You enjoy those late nights watching film, Early mornings. The other morning I was up at 5 o'clock watching film, but
Yeah.
it didn't. I didn't dread doing it. Right, I loved it. I love doing it. So it's just been great.
So crazy how similar our stories kind of are. I was a biology major when I started, and I did classes for 2 years of biology, and then I got to one class and I was like, I can't. I was crying every night. I was like, I can't do it. I called my parents. I was like, I'm sorry. I just wasted 2 years of my life, but not wasted. But I was like, I'm switching majors. I'm going to one of the easiest now.
Absolutely. No, it's. I think a lot of people are like that. You're kind of told when you get to college, you should know what you're doing. You should know what you want to do. And it's hard to tell a 17, 18-year-old person, hey, you should know what you automatically want to do as soon as you hit college. So it's hard to tell somebody that, and just have the foresight to look 10, 15 years down the road.
Yeah.
That's hard because, college is during that time where you're going to grow, you're going to have new experiences, you're going to meet new people, and your mind is going to develop, and you don't know what you're going to want to do.
Yeah.
So I think college is great. And just like for you, your first 2 years, you said, all right, this is what I want to do. After those 2 years, you're like, I ain't doing this no more. Yeah. So you found something else. Mm-hmm. And I think there are more stories out there that are like that than there are.
Oh, yeah.
On the other end of the spectrum. Now, there's some kids we recruit here that are like, hey, I want to be a pilot, Navy pilot. I've wanted to do it since I was 5. I'm doing it, and they're doing it, and it is absolutely special. And my hat goes off to them because I was not that person.
Yeah, I never knew what I wanted to be. I was never someone, growing up, I want to be a doctor. Like, no.
Yeah.
But yes. So my next question for you is, you were a 4-year letter winner at Carson Newman, and your senior year, you and your basketball team made it to the NCAA Division II basketball tournament. Could you maybe tell us one of your favorite memories from that time?
One of my favorite memories from that time? There's so many. There's so many stories, so many memories. I guess it would be, when people ask that, I wonder if they're looking for a basketball memory, right? But a lot of our memories, at least for the guys that were on that team, and I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but a lot of times when we're talking and we're reminiscing, it always goes back to, a class that we were in, or, hanging out in the locker room and watching film, or watching, TV, or listening to music in the locker room. But I guess, basketball wise, one memory that really sticks out is sitting on the couches, watching the selection show.
Yeah.
We hadn't done that in, men's basketball hadn't done that in 10 years. So to be part of that and be a part of history was really special. It was a lot of cheering, obviously, a lot of, smiles and high fives and whatnot. And I thought it was great because, Coach Benson was happy. And then as soon as the cameras cut off, he was like, all right, let's go to work. And you get a little time to enjoy it, and then it's like, all right, you gotta go, gotta lock back in. So, but those memories from Carson Newman being in Jefferson City, those are some of my fondest memories for sure.
Oh, yeah, I agree 100%. I played volleyball at Belmont Abbey. So I would say, like, my favorite memories are the same thing. The locker room dances before the game, like, obviously games, that was all fun and all, but yeah. I mean, the time you get with your teammates is the best time.
Absolutely. I guess I could say this now. I should definitely not say it in front of our players per se, but the training room was right outside of, the stairs to where we go run in the door for the gym. And the training room had just got a TV. And this is when Duck Dynasty was huge. And Duck Dynasty always came on Wednesday nights right before we were playing. So myself and Andy Barnett, who was a freshman, sophomore at the time, we would always sit in the training room waiting for the women's game to finish, and we would watch at least 15 minutes of Duck Dynasty. So that was kind of like our
team ritual.
Yeah, that was our team ritual. It started just us, and then like a couple people started trickling in, and then by the time we got to like January, everybody was in there watching Duck Dynasty before the game. So it was it was good. It was good.
All right, so my final question for you today is, obviously the Navy versus Army football game is always a massive rivalry. I think they play next weekend. Maybe?
12. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 12. So I just want to know, is that rivalry and that intense rivalry the same with like all the other programs and your program specifically?
So obviously with us, this is our first year here. We haven't been able to experience it. But we do have Coach Jimmy Carlton, who was with the last staff. He's been here, I think this is his 8th year, so he's the, we call him the human encyclopedia of the Naval Academy. He knows literally everything that you would want to know. He knows it. But, all of our experiences have been through him. And, just like the Naval Academy, the Army-Navy game is on TV. Football game is on TV. You see it's sold out. It's normally up in Baltimore, up in Philly. I can't remember, but it's normally there, and it's always sold out. I have learned very quickly that if there is a competition in which Army and Navy are against each other, it is pretty much the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter what it is. I think right now at this point it could be a coin toss.
Yeah.
And it's one of the biggest things. It's bragging rights, literally any sport, literally any sport, women's basketball, men's basketball, soccer, baseball, it does not matter. I figured out that the Naval Academy is one of the most competitive places that I've ever been to. I mean, you really think about just the roots of it in that, if you look at it from a military perspective, the Navy wants to be better than Army and, the Air Force, and they want to make sure that, they are doing their job better than the next person, which then bleeds into athletics, and literally even academics. What's our GPA compared to their GPA as a brigade, as a total, as a whole group. So it's to answer your question, yes, it is extremely competitive no matter what you're doing. I'm pretty sure if they had an eating contest as well, that would be the most competitive eating contest you've seen. Definitely better than Kobayashi and those guys at the Nathan eating hot dog contest. It would the Navy Army hot dog eating contest would definitely be better than that.
I kind of figured you were going to say that. I was like, it's such a big rivalry. It has to be so widespread.
It's huge. It's huge.
Well, that is awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on today. This was an awesome interview. I can't wait for everybody to hear it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I want to wish you guys the best of luck in this season. I know it's up in the air, but just hoping and praying that everybody can make it through and that things get better. Yeah. For sure. Us too. Thank you. We got to get ready. We got a game tomorrow against Richmond. So, I was like, when can I interview him? When do you have a game?
Yep, got a game. Scout was done already. We've gone through it. So, got a little bit of time here, and this was perfect. This is perfect.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Have a great day.
You as well.
Well, guys, that's all I had for this week. For more info on all of these stories, you can find them linked in our Adobe Spark page, which can be found on all of our socials and webpage. And fans, don't forget, Geico has teamed up with the South Atlantic Conference to offer alumni, faculty, and staff of SAC institutions discounts on auto insurance. Get your fast, free car insurance quote today by visiting geico.com/mydiscount. Geico, the official provider of the South Atlantic Conference. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all right back here next Wednesday for the next episode of our SAC Weekly Roundup.